Today we're talking about renewable and non-renewable resources.
Let's start with oil. Pros are that it provides fuel for all the transportation in the U.S.
Cons are it's a fossil fuel and it's probably going to run out in 80 years or so. Hydroelectricity is a renewable energy source. It uses the energy of running water without reducing its quantity.
The cons of hydropower are that it is too expensive to build and maintain a dam and that it backs up the river ecosystem.
Wind energy is good because it's a green energy source and does not cause pollution. The potential of wind power is enormous, 20 times more than what the entire human population needs. Wind power is renewable, and there's no way we can run out of it, since wind energy originates from the sun. Wind turbines are incredibly space efficient. The largest of them generate enough electricity to power 600 U.S. homes. Wind power only accounts for about 2.5% of total worldwide electricity production, but is growing at a promising rate of 25% per year, according to 2010 records. Prices have decreased over 80% since 1980 and are expected to keep decreasing. Operational costs associated with wind power are low, and good domestic potential. Wind turbines yield energy savings and protects homeowners from power outages.
These are the cons of wind energy. Wind is a fluctuating source of energy and is not suited to meet the base load energy demand unless some form of energy storage is utilized. The manufacturing and installation of wind turbines requires heavy upfront investments both in commercial and residential applications. Wind turbines can be a threat to wildlife, birds, bats, other flying animals. Noise is regularly reported as a problem by neighboring homes. How wind turbines look is a legitimate concern for some people. Pros for ocean turbines are that the power density of ocean energy sources are 800 times than wind power. Wave power and especially tidal resources are more predictable source of electricity than solar or wind. Less capital cost per unit of electricity generated if compared to other renewables. Ocean currents and ocean thermal resources are base load options that can directly displace coal, nuclear, and 24/7 power plants. Synergy with growing offshore wind deployments and corresponding sharing of transmission and distribution infrastructure might be possible, boosting system efficiency. Cons for ocean turbines are that the primary downside for marine renewables is the unknown operations and maintenance costs, possibly 2 to 4 times higher than solar or onshore wind. A lack of commercial projects online today, too many designs currently competing for funding due to a lack of consistency on best engineering practices, and outside of the UK, government support is insufficient for widespread commercialization.
Solar panels give off no pollution. The only pollution produced as a result of solar panels is the manufacturing of these devices in factories, transportation of the goods, and installation. The production of energy used from fossil fuels and some renewable resources, i.e. wind turbines, can be noisy, yet solar energy produces electricity very quietly. One of the great pros is the ability to harness electricity in remote locations that are not linked to a national grid. A prime example of this is in space, where satellites are powered by high-efficiency solar cells. The installation of solar panels in remote locations is usually much more cost-effective than laying the required high-voltage wires. Solar energy can be very efficient in large areas of the globe, and new technologies allow for more efficient energy production and on overcast and dull days. Solar panels can be installed on tops of many roofs, which eliminates the problem of finding required space for solar panel placement. And finally, the use of solar energy to produce electricity allows the user to become less dependent on the world's fossil fuel supplies.
Solar energy doesn't have too many cons. The cons are that it could be too expensive at over $1,000, and
Solar energy can only generate electricity during the daytime because the sun is not out at night, obviously. The weather can affect the efficiency of solar cells, so if it's cloudy, solar energy won't produce electricity either. And pollution can block out the sunlight to get to the solar panels, so it won't be as efficient then either.